Hello, welcome to Mind class today. I keep telling you we're going to stretch at Mind class today. I have to apologize. We're actually going to do some balance work. A lot of stability, mobility, and then a little bit of stretching. So, if you would like to just do stretching, go catch a replay. But if you're in it for a little bit of a challenge with your balance and stability, then please stay, okay? This will be interesting. I'm going to fall over a lot. I just have a feeling because I was already practicing the movements. We're going to be doing a lot of single leg balance, and then we're going to throw ourselves off balance. And so it's really a lot of work for our ankles, our leg muscles, and our core. If you're in it for the core and all those great little, I can call them proprioceptors, those itty bitty muscles that help us stay stabilized over the day, then please enjoy yourself and we'll get moving, okay? So I don't need a mat. I'm gonna just do it on my floor, barefoot, so that my feet can grip the ground. It's up to you whether or not you wanna put your shoes on, your socks on, if you wanna put your mat down or not. I would suggest though, if you are in carpet, sometimes carpet doesn't help us. If you're used to balancing on your carpet, that's fine. But if you do need a mat or something a little bit more a sturdy floor, something a little bit flatter, then go ahead and move yourself. I'm just giving you those heads up because that's the way I feel, but if you're like, yeah, I'm good with carpet, it's no big deal. I do it all the time. Then stay where you're at, okay? So today's word is I am limitless. Start your watches, water, sweat towel. And we're about to get moving, okay? Play music if you'd like. I've got something a little bit in the background, but put something on if you'd like something louder. I remove my self-inflicted boundaries to reach my fullest potential. So we're gonna release some boundaries today. Be limitless and get moving, okay? I know that's gonna be a little challenging. I'm telling you, give yourself grace because this is gonna get a little gritty, okay? So, starting off, we can do this one. Hands come out in front of us. You can kind of, press them out like we're doing a back extension, open it with shoulder blades, okay? But we're in a nice tall posture. Balance on one foot. We're gonna take a little squat. We're gonna tap forward, side, back, stand up, switch legs. So it's just like a little itty bitty squat, tap, 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 in all planes of direction, okay? So the front tap, the side tap, the back tap. We got this, right? Just getting used to driving our foot into the ground. So I want you to think about your foot as a root and your legs like the tree. Tall posture, draw your belly button in, push your big toe into the floor. At the same time, you're pushing your little toe in the floor and you're pushing your heel in the floor. As soon as I tell you, just really focus on all of those toes and your heel, your whole foot kind of roots itself, okay? That's what I want you to think about. Right leg's gonna come out side lunge. So here's a little bit of a stretch. We're gonna come in, drive our knee up, hold. And when you're ready, go back into your side lunge, or if you fall out of it, come back into your side lunge. Come in, balance, hold. You can hold behind your thigh, your shin. Okay? So far so good, right? Did I scare you when we're doing balance work? It'll be fun. We did some balance work yesterday, so maybe my body's all primed for it. We'll find out. We do so much of this balance work in Soul Fusion class, so you might be really good to go. We're gonna find out. We're gonna switch sides, okay? So that side lunge stretch, tap your toe if you need to. Find your balance first, tall posture, and then your hold. So remember thinking about like one thing at a time, okay? Even though I'm telling you to think about 12 things at a time. Shoulders rolled down and back, tall posture, belly button pulled in, tilt your hips towards your chin. Find your balance, lift your knee, hold it, and then focus on tall posture. Belly button drawn in, tilt my hips, tuck my butt, squeeze my cheeks, bury my foot into the floor. Whoa. If it's windy in your house, you just, reset yourself. If there's an earthquake happening, you just reset yourself. All right, we're gonna alternate legs on a crane hold. So when we do a crane, it's a little different than like warrior three. You're gonna take the same arm and side of the leg, and you're gonna reach, and then your back arm is gonna reach back. We're gonna fold forward, try to get yourself straight, 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 reaching fingertips to toes, flatten out your foot. So you're reaching with your heel and your fingertips, and then you're gonna switch, okay? So we can start off here, drive your arm forward, your leg back, your other arm back. Try to keep your hips facing the ground, flatten out your foot, reach with your heel and your fingertips. So I want you to hold it for a couple seconds before switching. Again, all things we've done before, okay? So same arm, same side arm and leg. Opposite directions reaching, flat back, hips to the floor. All right. Feet come together, lower shoulders down and back. Arms come out. Big inhale, look over the ledge, hinge forward, flat, flat back, proud, proud chest. Hands stay out for the shoulders, lean forward. We're not on our tippy toes here, we're just diving down and then coming back up, okay? We've done on our tippy toes diver. This time we're just gonna stay balanced between both feet. So look yourself, root yourself, proud chest, hinge forward, look over the ledge, flat back. And I'm gonna tell you this little thing again that I've been talking about for like a week. If you feel like your back is bending, put the hands on the small of your back, feel the back stay flat, you're just moving at your hips. If you feel your back starting to round, you know you need to stick out your chest and become a little flatter, okay? All right, here we go. Next move. Knee comes up. If you can, I'm gonna ask you to put your opposite hand here to hold it. If you can't, you're gonna just kind of prop your toe, okay? This arm's gonna reach forward. And we're gonna slowly open and twist. Now you just lost your focal point, so if you are wiggling and wobbling, find a new focal point off to the side. And then reach forward again. So we do this on the floor. If you can hold your leg up on your own and reach with two arms, you're welcome to. Just give that big twist. This is where I thought I was going to fall over, but the other leg maybe. Maybe when we switch sides. All right, let's switch sides now. I was supposed to split it in the middle. We'll just do it right now. Okay, so other leg, other arm twisted open. Ooh, ooh, ooh. See? I knew this side was going to be a challenging one. Twist it open, hold your leg, pop your toe if you need to. I think I need to. And then when you're ready, you can release the arm, reach forward, and open. All right, the next one, I'm going to kind of make it a quick one. We're just going to practice it once on each leg, okay? Knee comes up, arms come out to the side. Tick-tock. Now switch. We're just going to make it a quick one here. One more on each side. You have time. This is where I, for sure, I was like, I'm going to fall over, because when I was practicing it, I don't think I was focused as much, but I was like, woo. All right, roll out your ankles a little bit. That was just the warm-up. We're going to get into class here. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to balance on, we're going to take our left leg, put it on the floor. Our right toe is going to pop, okay? We're going to come forward, just like we would if we were doing an RDL, okay? So, or a single leg RDL, okay? So we're going to hinge forward, proud chest, and then we're going to wing up like a bird, okay? And then we're going to stand and lower. So really nice flow here, starting with your leg on the floor, other leg toe popped, forward fold, reach, squeeze your shoulder blades together, shoulders out of your ears. Now stand up slow and controlled, release. Do it again, okay? So this is what we're doing here. Folding forward, flat back, proud chest, reaching, long wings, standing, controlling it. You should really feel your hamstring and your glute here, okay? You're welcome. So what's something that we could do to make this a little more challenging is add weights. Okay, I'm not going to do that today, but this is something, if you do this again, you can add weights to it. Okay, go ahead and switch feet. Just so you know, if you want to like make this a little bit harder and a bit of more of a workout. Okay, so we're going to go through these things twice. If you'd like to on the second set, I'm going to invite you to grab, 3s, 5, something like that, and you're welcome to use them if you'd like to, okay? But first set through, let's learn the moves. I'm going to go through the second set, no weights today, okay? Because I did not tell you to bring one. I'm sure you have one sitting there, but I didn't tell you to bring one, so I'm not going to just throw that on you and say you have to. Just an option. Give me one more. All right, everybody loves a good tree. So let's go ahead and do tree. If you'd like to put your heel all the way up on your thigh, you're welcome to. Open up your hip. Otherwise, the arch of your foot's in the curvature of your calf. And we're just going to inhale all the way up overhead. Pull down. And release. Okay, so I fell out of it. Again, if you need to, if you keep falling out of it, pop your toe, open up your hip. And let's do it again. Inhale up, stop at shoulder height. Come up overhead. Pull down like you're doing a pull-up. And then release. Open your hip, because a lot of times as we're standing here, our hip closes. Switch sides. If your foot is cramping, wiggle it out. My feet cramp really easily gripping the ground. My feet have just been cramping a lot lately, which tells me I'm either dehydrated or I need to stretch my calves and hamstrings a little bit more. Tall posture. And wear good shoes too, that's the other thing. But right now, if your foot is cramping, it's just because you have muscles working in your foot. It's okay. That's kind of where you get the burn. It's kind of through that cramping. But okay, back to leg one. So we're going to just kind of keep our leg dangling here. All right, and we're going to go cross, jab, cross, jab, cross, jab. Okay. So feel that standing leg as you create that wave of instability on it. Find your focal point. If you need to, prop your toe. Try not to put too much weight in your toe. Try to keep most of your weight in your standing leg. A little bit of core work here too as we crisscross. Fall over. All right, switching legs. Let it kind of dangle. Shoulders down and away from your ears. Draw your belly button in. So I noticed I was leaning a little bit too far forward. This isn't a runner's balance. So don't lean too far forward. Challenge the balance in the single leg as we crisscross across our midline. Think of the midline of your body as being your spine, crossing over through the frontal plane. All right, release. Shake it out, wiggle it out. Back to our starting leg. You're going to take your knee up. Arms come out in front of you like a clasping, okay? And we're going to rotate torso like we're swinging a baseball bat. Come center. Go the other direction. All while keeping our balance and our hips facing forward, okay? So again, if you need to put your toe down, put your toe down. Take your time here. This isn't a fast swing. Core, torso rotations. This reminds me of my TRX training. You do a core exercise with the TRX where you have it stationed and you're trying to push it in a direction and it really fires up your core. It teaches people like what core engagement actually feels like. So we're switching legs now. So right now you should feel what core engagement feels like deep in your core as you're twisting and trying to balance. Slow, find kind of a horizon line that you're focused on to keep your balance. shoulders firing up a little bit here. Maybe you're breaking a sweat a little bit. Things are working. Remember your little toe, your big toe, and your heel. Bury it into the floor. Tree roots. And release. Okay. The only thing you might need a mat for, because I totally forgot about this part, is we're coming down floors. So if you need a mat, something soft for your knees and your hands, please grab that now. Okay? We're going to go bird dog. So extend one arm, one leg. Tick-tock. Come center. Draw your knee in, draw your elbow in, and crunch. Extend out. Tick-tock. So you're coming in a diagonal. But your body's staying centered. Your limbs are the only things moving right now, okay? And crunch it on in, knee into nose, elbow into thigh, reach. Tick-tock. Hello, core stability. I am gonna grab my mat for this exercise after this, okay? So switch sides, bird dog. Extend your arm, extend your foot. Tick-tock. So off balance, set yourself off balance. Center. Draw in, pull. This is actually, they call it a Superman for this particular, I just know it as like bird dog. All right, keep going. I'm gonna get my mat because my knee is killing me on the floor here. I was thinking, is this all standing work? As I was looking at it this morning, it's all standing work. No. We are gonna do this all again, so if you're like, oh, I'm not gonna get out a mat, I'll suffer through it, get out a mat, okay? It'll be worth it. All right, 2 more exercises, one on each. This is gonna be like 1 exercise on each side, okay? So we're going into a side plank. You can take your elbow, your hand, your knee, or your toe. So I'm gonna say that again. Your elbow, your knee, your hand, or your toe. So you can be on elbow and knee like I am. You can be on elbow and foot. You can be on hand and foot, hand and knee. I'm gonna hang here. Top leg is lifted, top arm is lifted. When you have this pose, if you want to advance it a little bit, you're just gonna reach your arm forward, right at shoulder height, and then reach it up overhead, right at shoulder. Okay, so you want to keep it within your shoulder distance, okay? Just a little lift and lower. Roll over or just spin yourself around and switch sides. Again, choosing your elbow, knee, foot, hand. Top leg lifted. You want your toe pointed towards me. Okay, your thigh parallel to the floor. And then once you're ready and you want to, add that piece of instability, that one little arm motion to put you off balance slightly so it fights for your core to stay a little bit tighter, right? Okay, so, and if this is too much, just take your hand down, okay? And even if you start here. So I know for some of you it's just trying to get in a side plank, okay? It's challenging enough, so it's all good. All right, go ahead and come back up. We're starting over again. We're starting over. Leave your mat nearby. Okay, so we're back to, and this is where if you're like, you know what, I want to challenge myself, I want to grab some light weights. Grab some light weights, you're welcome to do it. Otherwise, we're going through from our single leg, fold forward, wing, stand, rise, okay? You can see that adding some weights will increase the resistance. Up to you. I'm going to do it without. Okay, so hinge forward on that single leg, prop your toe, try to keep all of your weight in your standing leg. I know that's a big, big challenge. So now we're fatigued a little bit. Now you're going to feel it a little bit more, okay? At least I am. Hamstring, glute. Flat back, proud chest, shoulder blades squeezed together. And not only was I feeling my legs, but my shoulders and my core during this whole set of work actually. So pay attention that your shoulders are not creeping up into your ears. That often happens. Give me one more right here, and then we're switching legs, okay? So come on down. If you're using weights, you're feeling squeeze in the back a little bit more, a release in the shoulders. And even if you're using weights, stay controlled, stay slow. you might even have like ankle weights or wrist weights. You can always like strap some ankle weights on your wrists. I think I had wrist weights like once, but they don't fit over my hands. Those things are so tiny. I couldn't ever get them on. Kinds that beats the purpose if you can't get them on. All right, tree. If you have weights, you can hold them in your hands. You're gonna rise up, pull, and then release, okay? Rise up. And actually, if you have weights, you can even go up and reverse. I would say if you do have weights to do that, okay? And not just do the release. Draw your belly button in, tuck your tush under, open up your hip. Find that balance. As soon as I focus on my core, I fell over. And get ready to switch legs. Open up your hip. If you'd like to hike it all the way up to your thigh, please do. Get a little bit higher in your tree. It's up to you. Side. Open your hip. Chances are, as you're balancing, it starts to close. Draw your belly button in. Squeeze your glute. Big toe, little toe, heel. One more. I'm going to change our order just a little bit. We're going to go right into our swings, okay? So knee up and we're going to swing. So you can do this with one weight or two. Kiss the weights together. Or hold one weight head to head. Remember trying to keep your hips forward, just turning from the waist. Slow and controlled. Focus on your horizon line. Shoulders out of your ears, long neck. Big toe, little toe, heel. Try one more. And let's switch sides. Root yourself on the ground. How high you bring up your knee is up to you. So I can try to bring it up a little bit higher, challenge myself, keep my knee bent. I wanted to find my balance first before I went a little bit further into the motion. So same thing with you. If you're like, I got my toe on the ground, maybe try a couple and then start lifting it. And start lifting it. A little higher, a little higher. And gradually progress. Maybe there's like 3 points in your room, side, front, side, that you can really focus on in your horizon line, okay? All right, back to our single leg jabs, with or without weights. Obviously, if you're using weights, they're light, and you're pushing and pulling. Being mindful of your shoulders. Cross your midline. So it's almost like you want to punch in front of your opposite shoulder. Jab, cross, jab, cross. We know these. I feel like flashes of soul fusion class. This is in our cardio this time around. If you haven't done it yet, Saturday morning, join us. Switch legs. So maybe now you've got two targets that you're staring at in your room to help with your balance. Feel your obliques, draw your belly button in, big toe, little toe, heel, shoulders out of your ears. Everything feels so warm right now. My legs are like very warm. And look, we weren't squatting, we weren't lunging, we were really just balancing and standing. Very interesting, isn't it? Don't you love all the things that our bodies can do for us? Take care of your body will take care of you. All right, coming down to the floor, for bird dogs, at the tick-tock. Okay, so we're gonna stay on the same side for 45 seconds, extend, Reach, you can see my toes are facing the ground, my heel is reaching, my fingertips are reaching. I'm gonna tick-tock open, hold it for a beat, come back, and then pull your knee straight in towards your elbow, pull your elbow straight in towards your thigh. Reach, hold, tick-tock, focus, draw in. Reach, open, center, contract, squeeze, switch sides. A lot of you are going to like this. A lot of you are going to feel challenged by it. It seems like, oh, yeah, no big deal. And then you do it and you're like, okay, taking it slow, slowing it down makes it more challenging, doesn't it? Things are shaking. Again, stabilizing muscles, proprioceptors. You gotta work those too. We cannot neglect those. Keep breathing. All right, side plank. I'm just gonna shift my mat. Knee, elbow. Obviously, if you have a weight in your hand now, you're gonna do a lift and lower with the weight. Okay, get a little shoulder and back work going. Lift your leg a little higher. Lift your hip a little higher. Stop sagging. Talking to myself, of course. And having you do those checkpoints too. We're going to do the other side, and then we're going to do some stretching finally, okay? So either roll over right now or spin yourself around. Sweet little break dance move. Knee, elbow, hand, foot. Lift your leg, lift your hip. You can release your arm and lift your arm. Try to have your shoulder directly over your elbow or your hand. And make sure you're in a straight line from the crown of the head to your heel. Check your alignment, make sure that your hips are in line, because a lot of times we sink back like this and we kind of aren't in the line. I need you to lift your hips, get everything from head, shoulder, hip, knee, foot, straight, straight, straight. Okay, lift your hip a little higher, squeeze your glute, feeling this in my hip too. All right, and release. We're coming back to stand. Okay, so mat can come out of the way. We're going to start with a quad stretch. One hand, one foot. If you need to come down to the ground and do a quad stretch on the floor, that's fine too. Or if you need to hold on to something at this point, you can hold on to something too, okay? So let's just see how balance is now as we start stretching. Left leg on the floor, right heel to your butt. We're going to start grabbing and holding, okay? And go. Heel to the bum. Tall, straight posture. Try to get your knees straight down, your thighs parallel. Your heels as close to your butt as you can get it. I'm going to challenge you in this next stretch. It's going to be a challenge for me too. The challenge is to take your hand back to your foot and open up your chest while you stretch your quad. Easier said than done. So get yourself here. And if you can't, I'm going to do a soft bend in the standing knee. Try to grab the other foot. So I'm getting my chest and my quad. I did it. Did you? See if you fall over, get up and do it again, because you never know. The trick for me was a soft bend in my standing knee. I was locked out. It wasn't going to happen. See if you can do that, okay? All right, release. Figure four. So again, if you need to hold on to something, sink back then, balance. Release that. Hold on the wall or whatever's propping you up if you can, and then just sink back. Try to hold yourself, your own body weight. Open up your hip. So your leg is parallel to the floor. Stand up nice and tall. Take your right leg behind your left. Reaching up and over, Atlas. This is to get your oblique, your hip flexor, glute, outer thigh, reach, reach, reach in all directions. Up and over, down and through, up and over, remember that, no, not forward, or up, up, up. And let's switch legs, okay? So take that foot behind, reach up and over, Atlas other side. So again, you see this in Soul Fusion on Saturdays. Atlas is back. And we're just gonna do it here. So reach a little bit further, side bend a little bit more, up, 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 and over. You'll feel your rib cage create a lot of distance between your rib cage and your hip bone. And that's where that stretch is going to really feel yummy all the way down to your hip. So yummy, so yummy, so yummy. Okay, now we got to do quad stretch, other side. So if you need to grab some balance, then when you can, please release whatever it was you're holding on to and try to get your own balance as you stretch. Heel to the butt, knees straight down. Find your focal point, something that's not moving. So if you have a dog running around, don't look at your dog. You're going to attempt to grab, so maybe soft bend in your standing knee. Don't lock it out. Oh, I could do it on this side a little bit better. Okay, so you're going to attempt to grab your foot with both hands, open up your chest. We've got chest and quad right now, stretching. Shoulders out of your ears. Come on, trace. There we go. Way better. Shoulder blades squeezing together. Shoulders out of your ears, so traps out of your ears. Roll them down and back. Whew, this is challenging. This is the hardest challenge of the day for me. One more stretch. I'm sorry, two more. We're going figure four first. Okay, this is the leg I can't figure four very well right now. So you do your best, and I'm just going to pause right here. Open up your thigh to the floor so that your leg is parallel to the floor. Sink your butt down and back. If you need to hold on to something for balance, please do. And now, one more. Feet are wide. Go ahead and fold forward, slight bend in the knees, drape your hands down. Arch, arch, arch your spine, tuck your chin, look behind you, and then roll up. And then do it again. Let's tuck our chin, roll our shoulders forward, arch, 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 roll. It's like kind of like a gorilla here. You're kind of like ooh, ee, ah, ah. And then roll up again. So just a wide straddle, roll up. Inhale. Exhale. That is class. Wow. Awesome job. If you stayed through this, I'm so proud of you. We did it. We did it. We fought something hard. We showed ourselves that we were limitless and we could do it. So thank you for joining. If you want more balance and stability work, come back and do this. Grab some weights next time and then rock it out, okay? I will see you back here tomorrow for kickboxing. Bye, everybody. Have a good day.